All right, good morning everybody. I just wanted to do a really quick video for my new folks. Please watch this. I want you to learn these few things. It's really important when you get into training to be able to problem solve on the fly. That's how you're going to make it as easy as possible for your dog to understand what you're asking of them. Zin zin, stay. So we're working through some distractions right now. There's Ruby. Zin zin. Yes, I do. All right. So, 4 reasons why your dog will disobey a command: fear, ignorance, choice, distraction. This is going to be one of the most important things to remember. You give the dog a command, they don't do it. Why? Are they afraid to do it? Are they ignorant to what you're asking? Are they choosing not to do it? Or are they distracted by something? Fear is pretty simple. Fear is, well, it's not always a simple thing to work through, but it's simple in regards to how I handle it. If my dog is afraid, I'm going to console my dog, I'm going to encourage my dog, and we're going to take our time and we're going to work through it. I'm not going to just muscle them through it, unless I absolutely have to for some reason, if I'm out somewhere. But 99% of the time, again, if my dog is afraid to do something, I'm going to console, encourage, and we're going to work through it. If my dog is ignorant to what I'm asking, that's the easiest one to deal with. I just need to take a step back and teach them. So, making sure your dog truly understands what you're asking of them. Choice and distraction, that's assuming, yeah, my dog absolutely knows what I'm saying and they just don't feel like doing it right now, or that other thing over there is more entertaining. I'm going to help the dog. I'm going to assist, whether I need to use a correction, just some leash pressure, however I'm working my dog. I'm going to make it happen, essentially. I don't want the dog to think they have a choice in the matter. If my dog thinks they have a choice to sit when I say sit, then what's to stop them from running off when I tell them to stay? So, fear I console, ignorance I teach, choice and distraction I'm going to assist. Good girl. 2 things you've got to master in order to train your dog is you have to have a working vocabulary. If you don't know already, I train my dog in Japanese. I can help you in German or Japanese. The reason we do another language is it eliminates confusion. Anything that we can do to eliminate confusion is a good thing. Here. Load up. So we have to have a working vocabulary, and we have to master our leash management. Those are the 2 big things: how we handle our leash and our vocabulary. One thing we call the cardinal sin here, which is unprovoked aggression towards man or beast. So if your dog shows aggression towards another dog or a person or anything for that matter, it's unprovoked. You're going to correct every time. Regardless of the age of the dog, you're going to correct. Now, your correction is going to be tempered by the age and the temperament of your dog. So if I've got a really soft dog, I'm not going to, implement a 10. But I want to make sure that the correction for those behaviors is enough that the next time that situation happens, my dog thinks about it before just reacting. Good. Stay. And finally, we'll get into what we want from our dog overall, which is intelligence, education, good manners, obedience, duration, and distance. I break them down in that order for a reason. Again, the first thing I want to do is establish the intelligence of the dog. How intelligent are they? 29 years in the business, I've come across one dog that, let's just say, was on the lower end of the mental scale. Sweet dog. Brought in a couple other trainers, but it just turned out to be, hey, the dog is super sweet, but the dog's not real bright. So they kept the dog, and the dog was he was a little nuts, but just not very smart. But again, intelligence, once I've established the dog is intelligent, then I can start my education. With education, I get good manners. Through good manners, I start seeing my obedience, and then I finish up with duration and distance, and I build my duration first, and then I start adding my distance. I can't get my dog to stay, if I can't get my dog to stay from 2 feet away for 5 minutes, there's no way I'm going to get him to stay 25 or 30 feet away for any length of time. So build your duration, then you build your distance. All right, guys. Those first 4 are so important: fear, ignorance, choice, distraction. So as you're working your dog, know which one of those that is when the dog doesn't comply, and then how to deal with it. I will end with this. We do a lot of treat training early on. Doing food training is extremely beneficial. You are not going to create a problem where your dog only works for food. Typically, I will use a lot of food early on to teach the behavior. Once the dog understands the behavior, I'll start implementing other things. Food, force, praise, petting, and toys. Those are my motivators. Food, force or leash pressure, praise, petting, toys. Force is my last resort in motivating my dog, but it is absolutely an option, and that might just mean putting some leash pressure on the line when I'm heeling work with my dog. So, but make sure your dog, if you can build that play drive or ball drive, do it, because those are going to be you're much less likely to forget hot dogs on the counter than you are the 3 or 4 balls you have in the back seat. So make sure your dog is comfortable working for things other than food. You folks with the puppies, you're going to be doing a lot of food training early on. So anyways, I'll end it with that, guys. Everybody have a wonderful day.